so YouTube is going. Instagram looks to be going. Okay, Facebook is going. Let me just check my windows here. YouTube is good. Facebook is, it's just good. Facebook is good. Okay. All right. And look at that. Right at 4 o'clock. Okay. We are doing pretty good today. All right. As we roll into our holiday weekend, last weekend of summer. Hold on. I'm about to lose my headphones here. We have a little bit of travel news. Let's start there. Hold on. I lost my little teleprompter here. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with cruise news. Everybody ready to go sailing away into the holiday weekend? All right. There are new itineraries dropping for 2025 and 2026. If you are a Disney Cruise Line Pearl member, you were able to start booking on Monday. Platinum was Tuesday. Gold members were Wednesday. Silver members were Thursday. So were DVC and Adventure Insiders. General booking will start Monday, September 1st. You can do the Caribbean, surrender to the tropical blue water bliss of such dreamy locales as Puerto Plata, Falmouth, Jamaica, and Tortola on 5 or 7 night cruises, departing from both Port Canaveral and Port Lauderdale. And each cruise will feature a stop at one or both of our own island destinations, either Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point, Castaway Cay, or both. And I think it's Key, actually. Bahamas. You can do 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 night cruises from Port Canaveral or Fort Lauderdale. And you're going to drop anchor in sun-kissed ports of call that may include Nassau, or either of Disney's Disney's personalized islands, Disney-only islands, I guess I should call them. There's also the westbound transatlantic. Southampton, England is where you're going to start from, and then you're going to cross the Atlantic to Port Canaveral on a 13-night voyage. You have 9 luxurious days at sea. You'll also go to Lisbon and 2 other ports of call. You can also do a 14-night cruise through the Panama Canal, leaving from California or Texas or San Diego. Puerto Vallarta, Cabo San Lucas, Cartagena, plus a beach day. If you're leaving from Galveston, you're going to discover Cozumel, Cartagena, Georgetown, Cabo San Lucas, and Ensenada. You can do 3, 4, or 5 night cruises from San Diego with stops at Catalina Island. 6 or 7 night cruises will go to Cabo San Lucas, Puerto Vallarta, and Ensenada. You can also do Baja and the Mexican Riviera. Cast off from San Diego on a 3 or 4 night cruise with stops at Catalina Island. There's 5, 6, or 7 night cruises to locales such as Cabo San Lucas and Puerto Vallarta. The Pacific Coast, we don't want to leave out the Pacific Coast, of course. 4 night cruises from Vancouver to San Diego. Voyage along the rugged Pacific Coast while enjoying magical days at sea, complete with deck parties, Broadway-style shows, themed dining, and more. Now, you get those on any of the cruises, to be fair, but you can also go to Singapore, and you're going to sail from Singapore. 3 or 4 night cruises. And of course, you can do an adventure. You can enhance your Disney cruise vacation with a pre or post trip experience with Adventures by Disney. Um, Depending on where you're sailing from, you could also include Disneyland or Walt Disney World pre or post cruise, turn it into a land and sea. Um, okay, now we have some updates on the Disney Destiny. The latest ship has some updates for us, so let's see what's going on. Um, the Disney Destiny left the hull for the first time on Saturday, August 9th, floated out of the shipyard into the harbor. It was greeted by Hero Minnie as it inched aft first out of the yard, led by Spider-Man and his Spider-Bots on the stern. The float out is a significant milestone in the construction process. It's also a time-honored maritime tradition that means the ship is one step closer to setting sail for the first time. While the ship is docked, work will continue on the upper deck and the vessel's interior spaces. And Captain Mickey actually did some laser cutting in the laser cutting room and helped to build the ship. Okay. The other thing, because we're creeping up on September 1st, which is of course Return to Hogwarts Day. So I would be remiss if I did not remind you that we have that new Harry Potter. We have Ministry of Magic, in the French shopping area in Epic Universe, and it is of course Return to Hogwarts is going to be the first, which is creeping right around the corner. So don't forget, you can do a Harry Potter themed package at Universal. I know you don't often see them advertised. It kind of surprises me that they don't advertise them more than they do, because I know that there are a lot of people who go to Universal just for Harry Potter. They like the other stuff, but Harry Potter is what really draws them. But you can do a package deal where you get an ice cream flight at Fortis and Fescues. You get a photo op at Shutter Buttons, so you get one print of your photos and then you get a CD with all of them on them. It says CD. I have a feeling it might be a little more current, might be a thumb drive, or it might be a digital download. But you get magical photos, you get ice cream, you get with your ice cream, you get a little cooler bag that you can take home that's part of your trip. And of course, with that trip, you get 4 days of two park per day tickets. You also get a day in Epic Universe. And you can, of course, add a water park day to that, depending on how long you want your trip to be. And they do, oh, and you also get, I believe, a meal at the Leaky Cauldron, and you get 2 meals. 2 meals in the 3 Wizarding locations. So you can definitely, it's a Harry Potter themed package. If you've got a Harry Potter fan in the family, maybe your kids are, maybe you love the books and maybe your kids are finally at the right age and they're exploring the books and they've got all that magic and they're doing it all for the first time. Why not do a trip? It's a great way to really make the books come alive. I know they come alive in the movies, and they did a really good job with the movies. There's a lot, especially in the later books, that they had to leave out of the movies in the interest of time. But the movies are very well done. They portray the world very well. But actually standing in Diagon Alley, or actually riding the Hogwarts Express, walking through the castle is just different than seeing it on the screen, than picturing it in your head. It's just different to actually be there. So if you have kids who are into the books, that's something you really could consider. It's not too early to start thinking about spring break. If you can do a trip during the holidays, I know everybody's holidays are a bit different. They do have Christmas time in the Wizarding World. And don't forget, there are now new version 2 interactive wands, so that you can have all that fun in the shop windows. And the version 2 ones will work in France as well. I'm not sure if the version 1s do, but I know the new ones do. And of course, you can get a wand in France. You can get a wand in, or you can go to Ollivander's. But either one will work. Um, so I have my goodies for Return to Hogwarts, which is coming up pretty quick. I have been to get my love potions and my pygmy puff and my trick quills and all those gags I want to play on my friends. I got them all. I actually ordered this from Target, but I have to say the sizing was a little small, so I ordered a new one. I'm going to send this one back because this one, while it fits, it is not comfortable. So I went ahead and upsized twice on the new ones because I have a feeling I really should have checked this before I ordered, but oh well. Um, does not say they are pre-shrunk, so I am glad that I upsized twice because they're 100% cotton, so it's probably going to shrink some. So even though I felt bad buying the size I bought, I think by the time I wash it, it will be fine. And then, of course, as you know, I've been rereading the books. I've been doing the audiobooks. We did Harry Potter trivia with the travel company Tuesday night. We finished book 6. We're heading into book 7 next time we meet. So this one seemed oddly appropriate. And the reason I like this one is because it's got the character signatures on it. That's something I hadn't seen a lot, especially not with this many characters on it. Let me try to get a better camera shot there for you. So that's why I picked this one because I thought it was really cool. It's I'm assuming it's meant to be the list that they make at the meeting where they decide to form the DA. Um, but you've got pretty much everybody on there. I love the little. I don't think you could see it when I held it up before, but there's even a little ink blot on the list. Very nice, very cool detail. If you are not a Disney cruiser, I know we talked about Disney cruises today. The other cruise lines all have stuff going on. Vikings got reduced airfare and reduced deposits. We were talking the other night at the travel agency meeting. We were talking about some of the other cruise lines as well. Virgin Voyages, remember, is adults only. Um, you've got Carnival. You've got Royal Caribbean. I was closing my eyes because I could see the ship in my mind. I knew exactly what I was thinking of. I was hoping if I closed my eyes, the name of the company would come to me. So, hey, it worked. So there's definitely plenty of stuff you can do. Don't forget, we have Halloween season that we're rolling into too. I know the pumpkin spice lattes are appearing across coffee shops across the nation. But we also have Halloween coming. So we've got Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. We've got, for those of you that really like to be scared, we've got Halloween Horror Nights. Don't forget, Halloween Horror Nights has all those different experiences you can get. You can get express passes, you can get early entry, you can do the tours during the day where you tour the houses where they're all lit up and it's not as scary. That would be what I would go for because Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is about my speed. I've never really been one for scary movies or Halloween. I guess I'm just a kid at heart, truly, that way. But if you are into scary stuff, that's fine. I will help you plan whatever kind of scary stuff you want to plan. I have no problem planning it. I just don't want to experience it. So, if you want to do Halloween, we also have Epcot International Food and Wine Festival going on. That'll run till pretty much mid to late November, and then it will get replaced by the Epcot International Festival of the Holidays. So we have holiday season coming up at both the parks too. In Universal, you have Christmas in the City by Macy's. You have Earl the Squirrel. You have Christmas in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. You have Grinch themed Christmas activities in Seuss Landing. And of course, you always have at all the holiday destinations. You're going to have cookies, you're going to have hot cocoa, you're going to have, all those traditional Christmas things. Don't forget, at the Gaylord Resorts, there's also ice that will be coming for the holiday season. Um, Now, I know they don't do just ice, I know, but every resort does something a little different. Some of them have tubing. I saw one of them had, I want to say like indoor ice skating or some kind of outdoor activity that they brought indoors. Usually there's some kind of gingerbread house decorating that goes along with the theme. So, for instance, if we're doing, and I don't know what the themes are for this year. I haven't looked it up, so I'm just pulling these out of my head based on other ones I've seen. If they're doing Frosty, you might, your gingerbread house is going to be Frosty themed. One year they did Shrek. I think Shrek was summer though. We went for Shrek when my son was little, but I think he was more of a summer thing. Yeah, he was. I've seen them do Santa Claus is coming to town. I've seen them do Peanuts. Um, I've seen Frosty. I've seen Twas the Night Before Christmas. But they're all cool. They all have very special stuff that goes with them, and they make a nice. If you're local enough, you could make it a day trip. I could make it a day trip because it's only like an hour and a half from me. Um, Go over for the day, do ice, do some other things at the resort, and then we usually do the one in National Harbor, and there's like a little like Main Street kind of area with shops and stuff around it. So we usually go there and make that part of our day. Um, I'm not sure what the others have. I have not been to the other three. I would assume they have something similar. There's also plenty of shops and activities in the hotel. In addition to, I know when we did National Harbor, they had acrobats that did a couple shows every day. Um, they had, of course, in DC, you also have the DC Eye, so you could wait till dark and go do the Eye, which I'm sure would be really, really cool with all the holiday decorations and stuff if you did it at night because you get a bird's eye view of those. So you can also do something like that, which is, it's scaled down, which is good because I know holiday season is an expensive time of year for a lot of people, but it might be a good way for you to, at least add a little extra holiday magic into this holiday season if you're having one of those years where you feel like you need it. I know some years you feel like you have plenty and some years you're looking to add. So if you're looking to add, there's just a couple ideas for you. But it's we're just rolling into fall, so we're saying goodbye to summer this weekend. We're gonna have all the fall festivals, the Renaissance fairs for the areas that get them, apple picking, hay rides, mazes, pumpkin patches, all that cool stuff is getting closer. So if and I know it's been cool in some parts of the country this week, so maybe go do some of that. Maybe have s'mores. Make do s'mores one night. If it's still warm, maybe do the fire pit and outdoor movie. Um, but whatever you do this weekend, it's a holiday weekend. Take a couple extra minutes. Have savor your first cup of coffee, savor your second cup of coffee. Do something special with the kids. Make a memory. And then after you've made that memory and it's been super, super fun and you decide you want to make more memories while traveling, let me know and I'll be happy to help. But everybody stay safe, everybody stay well, have a great holiday weekend, and I'll see you all next week at 4 for more travel news you can use. Until then, stay safe and be well.